started to bring in the likes of Doug Basham, who I think made a big difference to our live events. Oh, yeah. And particularly with yourself, because Doug was here for numerous tours. Mm-hmm. And I must have wrestled Doug maybe 25, 30 times.
Yeah.
40 times even, like. And again, singles, best of 3 falls, and so forth. We can
absolutely. I'd love to talk about Doug. Doug was a very cool guy. Again, his reputation preceded him a lot because, you know, he's an ex-WWE guy. And like, what a in-ring worker he was. Very good technically, very smooth. Like, great at reading crowds and understanding how to tailor your match to the crowd and the person you're working with. You know, he understands that, like, to get a great match, it's your dance partner as well. It's not all about you. And that's just talking about him in the ring. But where he was really influential for me is he just helped me out a lot in terms of, like, he gave me a lot of good advice on where I was currently at and, you know, things that I could do to improve my game, like leaning up and maybe changing my look a wee bit, and, you know, pacing my entrance, making everything mean a little bit more rather than rushing through everything, you know, and that the mentality as well. What I learned a lot from is to be able to think a little bit more on the fly as well and work on the fly a little bit more, because sometimes Doug would be in there and if we had something planned, he might change it because maybe the crowd were reacting a certain way, which would give a much better crowd reaction. So he was really good that way. And he never seemed like a really like hard taskmaster. He was like a locker room leader, I felt, that got the respect of everyone because he was exceptionally good at what he did, and he had a really good way of talking to people, and he got respect rather than demanded respect.
He was a very good communicator.
Yeah.
And if you didn't understand what he was saying, regardless, I've seen him talk to guys who were ring announcers even, he would keep at it until they understood him.
Yes. Absolutely, yeah. He was a real professional, but the sort of professional that you want to be around, that makes you feel at ease and gets the best out of you, I thought. And he was also great fun on the road as well. So it was.
In fairness to Doug Basham, I never felt he was just trying to work me.
Yeah.
He was never trying to get anything extra or anything more or go less in a match. He was quite impressive. Himself and Tracy Smothers are probably my two favourite international guys, marquee names who we flew in over the years, for helping lads and everything they've done. Speaking of tips off of Doug, there was one day, it was prior to a DVD taping we were doing, and he said to me, "Can you take me to chemist, the pharmacy? I want to get some hemorrhoid cream." And I was thinking, "Oh, jeez, is he okay? He's going to wrestle tomorrow." So he had his cream, and I said, "Are you okay? Are you able to wrestle tomorrow? Like, it is a DVD taping. I can't really push it back." "I'm fine." He goes, "I used a hemorrhoid cream," and this is a tip that he gave for a photo shoot or anything that's been recorded. If you rub on hemorrhoid cream
to make himself more vascular,
the night before, it soaks into your skin and it tightens it. Yeah. So then you look more lean. That was actually pretty impressive. And there's me panicking, "Oh, geez, I'm not going to be able to do the show tomorrow."
Yeah. It also helped that he probably only had like 7% body fat as well. That probably made him look really lean as well.
And for someone who was well able to drink and have the crack, the fun, he kept himself in tremendous shape.
Yeah, he was a machine in the ring. He absolutely was.
And for me back then, that was interesting, was how somebody like that wasn't under a full-time contract anywhere else. Because now we tried TNA. I'm surprised he never went back to WWE because he had a great attitude.
Yeah.
He'd do whatever.
A great look.
I'd ask anybody over. So it was always surprising that a person like that is never kept in full-time employment by a big league employer. Like, although now I believe he is the OVW trainer.
Oh, amazing!
So Al Snow took over OVW. Apparently, he's the full-time trainer down there.
Well, I think they're very lucky to have him. Like, he's a great trainer. Like, he's a I think he's a tailor-made mentor figure for people. He's a good leader that way and a good mentor.
He always seems to have a smile, doesn't he?
Yep. And he...
Or a joke.
A joke, yeah. Levity at the right times, but at the same time, he was the boss.
There was one time, it was actually recorded for a DVD as well, in Kilkenny. We were doing a show in a hotel down there. And the ring announcer wasn't exactly the most intelligent guy in the world. And you would have to keep telling him things 6, 7, 8 times.
Me, was it? No, it's okay.
But it was you in a match with Doug. It was a best of 3 falls.
Yeah.
And you had lost whatever fall it was. But I always remember the ring announcer stood over you. And I was thinking, why would you do that? It's been recorded. And you're standing over the guy who's eventually you're trying to put over is going to win. And Doug copped it. And he came over and he pushed him as hard as he could into the corner. And he was on top of him. He was top, like, you know.
But that's really cool. Like that's a ring general because he's seen that doesn't look good, and he went over there. But he was able to hide that, so he wasn't going to go over and go, "Hey, Mr. Ring Announcer guy, can you go stand over there?" He kind of hid that in his heelish character.
But that's what he would threw him into the corner. In character was basically saying, "Don't bleed and do that again."
Yeah, that was cool.
But yeah, he was up and down the road, numerous tours, and one of the particular tours he was on, we had brought in